session. Today we will discuss second topic under second unit, which is Master's theorem. And in the previous session we have seen what is meant by divide and conquer and what is a general method, and also to solve the recurrence relation we have seen one of the method called substitution method. And if you have seen that substitution method, here basically it takes a lot of time, am I right or not? So here to solve a recurrence relation using substitution method, it takes around 2 to 3 pages if it is a bigger problem, right? So whereas if you want to give the correct time complexity within a fraction of seconds, this method is very useful to you, which is the Master's theorem. So here in Master's theorem, directly we will give the solution for the given problem. Nothing but here the recurrence relation, we are going to compare with the recurrence relation. Recurrence relation is same, which is AT of n by b plus f of n. But here we are going to find, okay, we will be having the solution in our hand, just we will compare with the table given by Master's theorem. So with that we are going to derive the complexity, right? So we will see this concept today, Master's theorem. And my dear students, this Master's theorem concept actually it is in the first unit, but as it is relevant to the second unit, until and unless you know the substitution method, we cannot move forward to the Master's theorem, we are telling now. Okay. Now coming to Master's theorem. So in today's class I am going to cover what is Master's theorem and also we will see examples. And with this particular lecture, the student is able to have the concept, okay, he can be able to understand the concept of Master's theorem, and also he acquires the knowledge on Master's theorem to derive the time complexity for a given problem. So now this is a recursion tree for T of n is equal to AT of n by b plus f of n. So if this is a given f of n, okay, this is a given f of n. So this f of n is being divided into 1, 2, 3 and so on n. Okay, so here n is nothing but here I am taking with some constant here, as I am having one more n over here, I am taking one more constant called a. So here this can be written as a into f of n by b, and again this f of n by b, again this can be solved, right? So f of n by b square, f of n by b square, so on, f of n by b square, again this is a, so and so on and so on and so on. So if I am going into the deeper, so I will be having only a smaller subproblem. That smaller subproblem can be solved directly and I can give direct solution. So that can be written as theta of 1, theta of 1, theta of 1 and so on n times. So this can be theta of n to the power of log n to the base a. So here which is a into, right, already I have a into f of n by b. So here also I am having a into n by b square. So a into a square into f of n by b square. So finally I will be having theta of n to the power of log a to the base b. So finally what is the total ma? Theta of n to the power of log a to the base b, which is here, and also I am having a into f of n by b, a square into f of n by b square, a cube into f of n by b cube, a to the power of n into f of n by b to the power of n. So that we are going to represent over here, which is summation j is equal to 0 to log n to the base b minus 1, because this is the last case. So that's why I am eliminating that into a to the power of j into f of n by b to the power of j. So this is a recursion tree for the recurrence relation, which is a T of n is equal to AT of n by b plus f of n. Now let's see the recursive equation for your divide and conquer, as you already aware about this. T of n is equal to T of 1 if n is equal to 1, otherwise which is AT of n by b plus f of n. Now the Master's theorem says, okay, as I said earlier, here the Master's theorem will give you the direct solution, direct answer. No need of worrying about all these substitutions and repeatedly. For suppose if at all if I made any mistake in the calculations, directly my entire sum will be wrong in your substitution method, right? Whereas in this directly our solution is on hand. So one thing the students has to know is we have to remember the theorem, which is nothing but we have to remember the table. If you remember this table properly, then the solution is in your hand. Directly you can put the solution. And one more thing, this Master's theorem is very helpful for who are attending the GATE exam or any objective, okay, any competitive examinations, because in for competitive examinations you have to derive the solution. You should have the solution in fraction of seconds, then only you can solve your problems, right? So this Master's theorem is very helpful to solve your competitive exams. So now let's have this Master's theorem for solving the recurrence relations. So here T of n, I am representing it as n to the power of log a to the base b into T of 1 plus u of 1. So here I am having n to the power of log a to the base b, which is nothing but here at each time if you are solving it, I will be getting n to the power of k into something. Am I right or not? So that I am writing it as n to the power of log a to the base b into t to the power t of 1 plus u of n. So t of 1 is a smaller problem and this t of 1 is nothing but if n is equal to 1, right? U of n. So to find u of n, we have a formula which is summation of j is equal to 1 to the 1 to k h of b to the power of j. So here to find this u of n, we have to follow this formula, which is summation of j is equal to 1 to k h of b to the power of j. And to find this h of b to the power of j, which is nothing but h of some function, which is h of n is equal to f of n by n to the power of log a to the base b. So by means of these two, okay. So initially the first thing is to find u of n and h of n, okay. So to find u of n, I required h of n. So first of all you have to find this h of n, and second you have to find u of n, and immediately substitute these two to get this t of n, okay. So after finding this t of n, so here basing on this u of n and h of n, I will be having the solution for the, okay, given recurrence relation. So here h of n and u of n. So if h of n is, okay, if h of n is big O of n to the power of r and big O of 1. Now theta of log n to the power of I and u of n is theta of log n to the power of I plus 1 by I plus 1. Now here, so here these are the cases when r is less than 0, when I is less than or equal to 0, or here I is nothing but r only. So r is greater than 0. Here I represented with r, so r greater than 0. So theta of log n to the power of I. So here as I represented with I, here I greater than or equal to 0. And r is less than 0, this is big O of n to the power of r. Now, let's see one of the example, which is t of n is equal to 70 of n by 2 plus 18n square. So here if I am comparing with this equation 80 of n by b plus f of n, so here I will be having a value as 7, b value as 2 and f of n value as 18n square. Now first of all I have to find this h of n. How to find this h of n? F of n by n to the power of log a to the base b. So by means of this formula. So f of n value is 18n square. So now by n to the power of log a means log 7 to the base 2. So to solve this I must have log tables or else calculator it in your hand, and calculators are permitted for your exams. So 18n square by n to the power of 2.81, right. So this can be written as 18 into, here a to the power of m by a to the power of n can be written as a power m minus n, which is n to the power of 2 minus 2.81, which is 18 n to the power of minus 0.81. So this is what, right. So now h of n can be found as f of n by n to the power of log a to the base b. So by means of that we are going to find out h of n. Now immediately I have to find out u of n. U of n is when h of n is equal to 18 n to the power of minus 0.81, corresponding u of n value is big O of 1. Why? Because here this is less than 0, minus 0.81, right. So which is less than 0. So directly I can give the u of n value as big O of 1. Now t of n is equal to n to the power of log a to the base b t of 1 plus u of n, which can be written as n to the power of 2.81 into c plus big O of 1. So c plus big O of 1, right. So here out of these two, which one is the highest term? N to the power of 2.81 is the highest term. So as I am eliminating decimals also, if at all if you want you can round off it to either n square or n cube. Okay, so here I am taking the I am taking the floor of it. So here I am big O of n to the power of 2. So, this is a final complexity. Now, then let's take another example. T of n is equal to 90 of n by 3 plus 4n 6. Okay. So, now for this 4n to the power of 6. Now, a is equal to 9. If I am comparing with this equation with at of n by b plus f of n, a is 9, b is 3 and f of n is 4n to the power of 6. Now, I have to substitute into the equation called h of n is equal to f of n by n to the power of log a to the base b. Now, here I got 4n to the power of 4. Now, I am again comparing it with the Master's theorem. Now, again next thing is to find out u of n. U of n is equal to theta of h of n. Okay, theta of h of n. So, which is theta of 4 to the power of 4n to the power of 4. So, 4n to the power of 4 can be written as n to the power of 4. Am I right or wrong? So, now again t of n is n into log a to the base b into t of 1 plus u of n. U of n value is okay. So, here u of n value is theta of 4n to the power of 4. So, now I am going to substitute this over here. So, t of 1 I am taking it as a constant. So, n into log 9 to the base 3. So, log 9 to the base 3 can be written as log 3 cube, right. So, 3 into 3. So, 3 square, right. So, which can be written as log 9 to the base 3, right, log 3 square. So, now square comes over, 2 comes over here, 2 log 3 to the base 3, which is 1. So, which is equal to 2. So, now which can be 2, right. So, here finally I will be having n square into n to the power of 4, it will be theta of n to the power of 6. Okay. Now, let us go with another example in the same manner. So, here I am comparing with the equation, recurrence equation. So, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, f of n is equal to c. Now, here we have to find h of n value will be theta of log n to the power of 0 and corresponding u of n value we have to find out by using theta of log n, theta of h of n whole to the power of I plus 1 by I plus 1. With that formula I am going to find out. Now, that will be theta of log n whole to the power of 0 plus 1 by 0 plus 1, which is theta of log n. Now, t of n is equal to n to the power of log a to the base b into t of 1 plus u of n, which is here also I am doing the same thing, log n to the power of log 1 value is 0. So, n to the power of 0 into theta of log n. So, out of these two the maximum equation is theta of log n, highest term is theta of log n. So, finally n power 0, anything power 0 is 1. So, theta of log n is a final solution. Now, coming to another example, t of n is equal to t of root n plus c. So, here root n. So, root n is nothing but n to the power of 1 by 2, right. So, now a is equal to 1, b is equal to root n plus f of n is equal to c. Now, h of n in the same manner we will find, which is equal to theta of log n to the power of 0. Now, corresponding u of n will be theta of h of n to the power of I plus 1 by I plus 1. With that formula if we are finding, then u of n value will be theta of log n. Again, this theta of log n value I have to substitute over here. Now, it will be n to the power of log root n into c plus theta of log n, that will be given as finally theta of log n. So, here n to the power of 0 is 1. So, theta of log n is the highest term. So, the complexity for this particular recurrence relation is theta of log n. Whereas, if you are going to use substitution method, it takes around 3 to 4 pages. Whereas, here I will be having only 3 to 4 steps. That is the difference over here. Now, let us see another example. Here t of n is equal to t of n by 2 plus cn. See, here also we are comparing with at of n by b plus f of n. Here a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2 and f of n is equal to n or cn. So, now h of n value is f of n by n to the power of log a to the base b. So, here if I am finding that, I will be getting c into n to the power of 0, which is nothing but c into 1, right. C into 1 I am writing it as n to the power of 0. Now, correspondingly u of n value, what is the u of n value? Theta of log n whole to the power of I plus 1 by I plus 1. So, here I is 0. So, 0 plus 1 by 0 plus 1. So, which is equal to theta of log n. So, therefore, t of n value, which is n into n to the power of log a to the base b into t of 1 plus u of n. So, this u of n I already got, which is theta of log n. I will substitute over here and finally, I will get theta of n log n. So, theta of n log n is the final complexity for this given example, recurrence relation. Now, let us go with one more gate question here. So, here when n is equal to 2 to the power of 2k, when n is equal to 2 to the power of 2k and k is greater than or equal to 0 and the recurrence relation is t of n is equal to root 2 into t of n by 2 plus root n, and t of 1 is equal to 1 evaluates to. So what is the evaluation, which is nothing but which can be the complexity over here. So how? So here, so t of n is equal to root 2 into t of n by 2 plus root n, and t of 1 is equal to 1. So for this, how to evaluate? So here I had given this in the Master's theorem, but the Master's theorem cannot be applied here for this particular given instance. Why? Because here if I am going, okay, if I am going to find out h of n and u of n, here that the case will not be, okay, any of the case will not be come under Master's theorem. Okay, so here if we are finding h of n and u of n, okay, if I am finding u of n and if I want to find out that h of n, it cannot be possible because it is not come under any of the case. So here even I could not find directly, because here n is equal to 2 power 2k, but not n is equal to 2 power k, whereas Master's theorem is given for n is equal to 2 power k. Please remember, here if n is equal to 2 power k, I can apply Master's theorem, but here in the given question n is equal to 2 to the power of 2k, so I could not apply Master's theorem. So here I have to solve this with the help of substitution method only. Okay, so now if I am repeatedly substituting, right, so here t of n is equal to root 2 into t of n by 2 plus root n. So t of n is equal to root 2 into t of n by 2 plus root n. So now again I am substituting t of n by 2. So t of n by 2 can be again, here if I am substituting this root 2 into t of n by 4 plus root of n by 2. So now again I am substituting this t of n by 4. Okay, that t of n by 4 substitution will be like this. So if I am doing like this, root of 2 cube plus root of 2 cube into t of n by 2 cube plus 3 into root of n. So that can be written generalizedly in generalized manner like this, which is root of 2 to the power of k into t of n by 2 to the power of k plus k into root of n. So now if I am substituting here, n is equal to 2 to the power of 2k, right. So now what is the k value? K value will be log n, right. So now here root of 2 to the power of log n plus log n into root n. So this can be finally root of n into log n plus 1. So here likewise we need to evaluate. So finally what is the solution? This is your final solution. So A is the correct option for this particular question. Now, so the time complexity or T of n for the given problem here we could not find out by using Master's theorem. Why? Because here n is equal to 2 to the power of 2k, but not n is equal to 2 power k. If it is n is equal to 2 power k, directly you can apply Master's theorem. So when you are attempting a question in the competitive examination, so please thoroughly read the question one and okay repeatedly. Now let's have our summary for today's lecture, which is we have seen the Master's theorem. Okay, now also we have seen some of the examples and also we have seen one gate question. Now and also here this is a small exercise given to you. A is equal to 5, B is equal to 4, f of n is equal to cn square, and A is equal to 28, B is equal to 3, f of n is equal to cn cube. For these two, try to find the time complexity using Master's theorem. Thank you.